Hello and welcome back to the Miami Dolphins franchise here on Madden 21. Today we have the final game and final episode of Season 1, Week 17 on the road in the snow against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills really started off this season strong, but they've trailed off since then. They're 2-7 in their last 9 games. They won't be going to the playoffs, and Josh Allen's performance has really dipped in the later part of the season. And we're looking to end the season on a high note. This game will be important for our draft position. It's not super important for us to pick number 1 or anything, as we have a lot of needs and we can definitely get players a little further down. Josh Allen's going to go play action, take a shot downfield, and it's nearly intercepted, but couldn't get 2 feet in bounds. So to be 3rd down and 6, Allen throws underneath. He's got Dawson Knox, and he's inside of Dolphins territory with a big gain of 24 yards and a first down. I formation with 1 tight end. They will give it to Devin Singletary. There's Miles Brown, who was signed off the Bears practice squad a couple weeks ago, and he's made a pretty good impact so far in his limited time with the Dolphins. Allen's going to go to the air on 2nd down and 10, throws underneath, and he's got John Brown for a good gain. A 2-for-3 start for Josh Allen. 3rd down and 4, quick throw, and it's Stephon Diggs beating Byron Jones. Actually, that was Xavier Howard. I'm very interested to see how our corners can handle Stephon Diggs. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL. Last week, our defense had 6 sacks, but we still tied the Oakland Raiders in overtime. There is a 10-yard reception, though, for Stephon Diggs, and it would be 1st down and goal. A condensed set from the 10-yard line, throw underneath. He's got Dawson Knox, tries to fight forward, and gets down to the 3-yard line. So 2nd down and goal, Allen will work from the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers, gives to TJ Yeldon. He tries to stretch it outside and can't get into the end zone. So to be 3rd down and goal from the 1. 4 wide, Allen's going to throw. He surveys the field, throws, and good coverage there by Byron Jones on Stephon Diggs. So a long drive, a lot of yardage, and a lot of time off the clock only results in 3 points. We'll give it off to Myles Gaskin to open the game, and he gets 13 yards. He needs 102 yards today to get to 1,000 on the season. 3 wide set on 1st down and 10. They'll give it to Gaskin once more. He goes straight up the middle, a lot of room to work with, and gets inside of Buffalo Bills territory, 32 yards on his first 2 attempts. 4 wide set on 2nd down and 10. Now as Tua's going to go to the air, and he will dump it down on his check down to Myles Gaskin. Gets us inside of the red zone. Tua had the best game of his career, going 29 for 39 for 409 yards and a touchdown. Like I said, we still weren't able to get the win. 2nd down and 8. Tua tries to escape, runs right into Jerry Hughes, who comes away with the sack, and it'll be 3rd down and 16. 3rd and long for Tua. He's going to go to the air, fires it outside, and Preston Williams drops it. So it will be 4th down, and Jason Sanders on for the field goal attempt. It's about a 43-yarder, and it's straight down the middle as this game is tied up at 3. Allen and the offense will retake the field after a very impressive drive that only resulted in 3 points last time. He starts off this one with a 9-yard catch for Dawson Knox. Twin tight end under center. A quick drop and throw. It's picked off by Eric Rowe. Tried to force it into John Brown, and Eric Rowe comes away with the interception. Our defense hasn't had a ton of takeaways so far this year, so it's great to see that in Week 17. The playoff picture right now, the number 1 seed in the AFC will be the Chiefs. They've lost two straight, though, after beating us to get to 12-1. Gaskin gets the handoff, finds some rooms to work with. He cuts it back outside, gets down to the 16-yard line, 4 carries for 58 yards, and a long reception for the 2nd-year running back. He's looked good in these last few games, and I'm very impressed with him. Now going to the end zone, and Preston Williams drops another one. It's a 1-for-3 start for Tua Tagovailoa. Tua will throw outside, and it's caught. Greg Ward with an acrobatic one-hand catch, and he may be our top priority in bringing back in free agency. He has been so good for us. Now Gaskin punches it in from the 1-yard line to give us our first touchdown of the day, and we are now up 10-3. So the Bills will start off from the 31-yard line. Yeldon outside, nowhere to go. Good tackle there by Emmanuel Ogbah, and it'll be 3rd down and 5. Allen will go empty. Gotta watch the run here. He is a dynamic runner, and just at the last second gets the ball away and throws it away as pressure was getting there, and it's a 3-and-out forced by our defense. We're in the second quarter now as it's 3rd down and 7. Tua's going to throw from the shotgun, and across the middle of the field, he's got Adam Shaheen. Shaheen is another guy I'm interested in bringing back, but his current asking price is way too much. He wants about $6 or $7 million per year. Now Gaskin straight up the middle. He's got 10 yards, but it looks like he was just shy of the 1st down marker. Twin tight end. Under center, they're going to go stretch play for Gaskin. He's got another 1st down run as he's already at 83 yards in this first half. Only needs 19 more for 1,000 on the season. Tua to the air, cross the middle, and pressure was getting there. He stands tall in the pocket and fires to Devontae Parker. It'll be goal to go for the Dolphins offense. And throw, it's picked off. It's the linebacker, and he's got room to run. Being chased down by Matt Breida, who will bring him down to the 40-yard line. On that play, Devontae Parker was uncovered in the slot, but then the linebacker dropped back and picked it off. Tua never even saw him. 3 wide, 1st down. Throw underneath, it's TJ Yeldon, who's brought down by Kyle Van Noy. It'll be a 5-yard gain. 3rd down and 6, 3 wide. Allen's going to go to the air. He throws, and it is caught by Cole Beasley. Nice catch with Jerome Baker draped on the back of him. 2 down linemen on 1st down and 10. We have our nickel package in. They give it to Singletary straight up the middle. He breaks a tackle. Deion Jordan in pursuit, and he won't catch him. It's a 48-yard run for Devin Singletary, who's also seen his performance dip in the second half of the season, but there was a very impressive run for the former Florida Atlantic running back. Our offense comes back on the field, 7 minutes to work with, trying to retake our lead. We start off with a 10-yard 1st down run for Gaskin, who now needs 6 yards. 3rd down and 4. We'll spread the field 4 wide. Tua's going to go to the air and throws. It's caught by Devontae Parker to the 45-yard line. He needs about 50 yards for 1,000 yards this season, and it is holding called on the offensive line and on Robert Hunt, so the 3rd down conversion is wiped out. We'll go empty as Tua throws. He's got his man, and Greg Ward takes a big hit. Can't hang on to the football as the Bills defense comes up with a stop and will be forced to punt the ball away. Knox comes in motion. They're going to give it to Singletary. He's coming off that long 48-yard touchdown run, and not much to do there, about 5 yards. Allen will go to the air. He's got Cole Beasley. It's a 1st down reception of 8 yards, and the drive will stay alive. So 2 high safeties on 2nd down and 9, as Allen will go to the air once again, throws underneath. He's got Dawson Knox, and great open field tackling by Baker and Van Noy there, as it'll be 3rd down and 8 now. Twin tight end as they send everyone out in a pattern, and the pressure will get there. It's Emmanuel Ogbah with another sack, as that is his 8th on the season. He has been very impressive. Condensed set for Tua's. He's going to throw to his left. He's got Gesicki. He's got room to run after the catch. He's inside of Bills territory to the 44-yard line. We're past the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins do still have 2 timeouts, though. There is a throw and catch for Greg Ward. It's about a 6-yard gain. Trips to the left, isolated, as Tua's going to go to the air, looks downfield, and it's caught. Mike Gesicki goes up, high points the football, and gets us down to the 1-yard line. I've talked about in recent weeks how much his inconsistency with catches in traffic have really started to wear me down, but he makes an excellent play there over Edmonds, just goes up, gets it, breaks the tackle, and almost gets into the end zone. Gaskin will get the handoff, and straight up the middle, he's into the end zone, as we have another score. That's his 5th on the season, as he is now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. So we will head into halftime now, up 17-10. We're definitely playing much better than the Bills are right now, but only up by 7. We'll take a look at some games around the league as the Bengals are up 21-0 currently on the Ravens, and then the 4-11 Panthers are tied with the Saints, who have won the NFC South. They'll hand it off to Gaskin as he is now at 119 yards on 17 carries. He has been excellent today. Lynn Bowden in for some Wildcat, and he'll lose 2 yards, and now it's 3rd down and 9. Ward will work from the slot, throw outside for Gesicki, and he can't bring it in. Nice play there by Micah Hyde to rip it out, and we will punt the ball once more. A 2-by-2 set as Allen will throw quickly, and Stephon Diggs has it. He was probably my biggest concern coming into today's game, along with Tre'Davious White and his matchup against Devontae Parker. Throw for Dawson Knox. He's got the reception, as now 152 yards passing for Josh Allen. Looks like his favorite target so far has definitely been Dawson Knox. He already has 7 catches. A quick drop and a quick throw for John Brown on the slant, as he's got 10 yards, and it looks like he got the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 7 though, as they have the ball around the 26-yard line. Allen's going to go to the air, throws underneath, and a great job by Cole Beasley finding the hole in the zone and making the catch. Trips to the right as it's a bunch set. Allen moves to the left, continues moving backwards, and the pressure will get there. It's Emmanuel Ogbah once again. He has maybe been our best pass rusher this year. Hasn't got probably enough praise for as well as he's done. On 2nd down and 23, they give it off to Devin Singletary as we have an injury. Dawson Knox is shaken up, and we'll have to see if he's able to come back in. Allen is pressured, and he'll go down. The ball flies out, but they rule him down before it does. It's Christian Wilkins who comes up and gets the pressure. We'll get a second look at that, but it'll be a 50-yard field goal from here. Wilkins gets there, and you can see the ball pops out. It looks like before he goes down. They don't call it a fumble, though, and now it'll be a field goal attempt. It's a 50-yarder, and it is good as the Bills cut it to a 4-point game. Offset I will give it to Gaskin once again. Really relying on him today, especially he's been so effective. There really is no reason not to. He's now at 131 yards, already a career high. 1st down and 10, throw underneath. Here's Adam Shaheen once more, as like I've said, he's seen his role dramatically increase in this offense lately. 2nd down and 4, throw and catch for Greg Ward. Nice job there, avoiding AJ Klein and picking up the 1st down. Now they'll give it to Gaskin once again, and he continues to just have massive holes to run through. This may be our best run blocking performance from our offensive line. To the air, throw outside, and Gaskin with a reception this time as he's got the 1st down. Both backs in the backfield now as Breida checks in. They'll run it to him. He spins forward. Nice job falling forward and picking up 4 or 5 yards. I formation, they'll give it to Gaskin. He's got room to work with and is inside of the 20-yard line down to the 16 as we near the end of the 3rd quarter with a 4-point lead. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter as it's a split backfield throw and catch for Preston Williams. He gets a big block from Gaskin and will go into the end zone for the touchdown and extend this lead back to 2 scores on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Dawson Knox is back in the game, and they'll go right to him. He goes right up the seam and gets the ball to the 48-yard line as Allen is at 199 so far passing. A 3-wide set with Beasley in the slot. They will throw to Stephon Diggs, who beats Byron Jones once more. 2 high safety on 1st down, throw and catch for Cole Beasley, as they're getting a lot of these short passes to be very effective. They just haven't really been able to get their running game going outside of Singletary's 1 big run, and then a consistent job of blocking too, as there is another sack. This time it's a Landon Roberts. Like I said, they're getting short passes, but we're getting pass rush, and their run game's pretty much been shut down. A screen pass, no time, as Allen will go down, can't get the screen pass away. Another sack, and it'll be 4th down and 37, and they'll be forced to punt the ball away. We have the ball at the 2-yard line now, and let's see if this offense can go on a long drive that really runs some clock and see how much of this clock we can really run out. A throw on 2nd down and 7. Devontae Parker with the reception on the 12th completion for Tua Tagovailoa, as our total offense numbers are very good today. Majority of that, though, has come from Myles Gaskin. We'll give it to Matt Breida, who picks up around 5 yards in his 4th carry, and it'll be 3rd down and 3. Really milking this play clock, and the give goes to Gaskin for the 1st down, so our drive will stay alive, as the former Washington running back is over 150 yards rushing so far. Now the give goes to Jordan Howard, who gets his 2nd attempt of the day and picks up the 1st down. On 2nd down and 8, as we're now at 4 minutes left in the game, throw and catch for Gaskin, who does a good job of staying in bounds and gets to the 45-yard line. He has been very involved in this passing game, as Tua is now over 2,000 yards passing on the season. I formation, give goes to Gaskin, nowhere really to go. He picks up around 2, and now Ed Oliver is shaken up. 3rd down and 8, a big chance for a conversion, and Greg Ward gets it. He was wide open, just finds the hole in the zone, and we're now to the 2-minute warning, as we've run 7 minutes off of this clock, and only 2 minutes left in Season 1. Gaskin on the carry, he's got the 1st down, as the Bills will use their first timeout, and A.J. Klein goes down with an injury. Ball from the 11, it's Gaskin once more, and the Bills will use their final timeout, so a 1st down will end this game. 3rd down and 3, here's Jordan Howard. He started the season as the starter, and he gets the 1st down to ice the rest of this game. He's seen his role dramatically decrease, and Tua will be able to take a couple knees, run out the rest of this clock, and we will be victorious in Week 17 in Season 1 on a high note. Our running game was absolutely incredible. Myles Gaskin with the best game of his career by far. Tua made big throws when he needed to, just had the one mistake along the goal line, throwing the interception, but I'll forgive him for that, for really making some critical plays when we needed him to. Allen with 226 yards, no touchdowns, and did throw an interception. Myles Gaskin with 27 carries, 176 yards, goes way over 1,000 yards, which is great to see, as we'll have to see what his role is moving forward and how our running back room will look moving forward. Gaskin gets an upgrade after a career day, gets some really nice boost all along the board, and then we have pretty much all of our offensive linemen get a boost as well, as Robert Hunt gets one, Solomon Kenley, who's actually out for the season, but still gets an upgrade as he gets a little bit better at pass blocking. Greg Ward had a chance for an upgrade to his development trait, but with the way we were running the ball, I wasn't super concerned about force feeding him the football. And then we do make one final contract offer, as we're going to go and get Matt Hawk and re-sign him. All of our practice squad players were signed to the roster, and now we see all of the playoff teams, as the Packers and Titans were the last teams to get in. The Panthers, Vikings, and Lions end the season with the worst record, and then us and Cincinnati tied for the worst record, or second worst record in the NFL, as we both went 4-11-1. Jerome Baker gets an upgrade, as I think he may have been the MVP of our defense this year. He was really good. So we finished 23rd in offensive yards, 22nd in defensive yards, but we did a better job of actually scoring points and not allowing points in actual yardage, as we were 15th in points allowed, which is definitely a positive to take away. So we'll look at some of the season statistics for Season 1, as Tua ends up with 2,025 yards passing. His hidden development trait was revealed to be a star rating after this game, and I thought he had some up and down moments, but he definitely gave us the best chance to win, and I just wanted to see how he would be able to do as the season progressed. For whatever reason, these aren't in order of the games, like order by week, but you can see some of his performance. The Raiders was definitely by far his best. Myles Gaskin, of course, ends up with over 1,000 yards rushing, and he had by far the best yards per attempt out of all of our running backs. He had 3 100-yard games this season, a few where he was pretty ineffective, but I think he could definitely see a future in our backfield. It's definitely an area I do want to upgrade though. Devontae Parker ends up 18 yards short of 1,000. but I have high hopes for him moving forward. He is getting a little bit older, but I think he has really strong potential and has already proven himself to be one of the best receivers in the NFL, continually making incredible catches and with 13 touchdowns on the season. Jerome Baker ended up with 176 tackles, which is just insane, and 13 tackles for loss. Kyle Van Noy had 12, and we were actually in the top 5 in the NFL in sacks. That was probably the area that we did the best at throughout the season. One of the areas I definitely want to see this team improve, though, is forcing takeaways, as Byron Jones had 4 interceptions. Outside of that, no one had more than 1. You can see Jerome Baker had 37 more tackles than anyone else, ended up second in the NFL with tackles for loss, and he was outstanding. He's one of the fastest linebackers in the NFL. If he is just able to get a little bit better at coverage, I think he could be an absolute star for this defense. Gaskin is towards the top of the NFL in terms of rushing yards, and then Devontae Parker is tied for second with receiving touchdowns, and he did have a good average per catch. So now we'll look at some of the players who will be free agents. There are a number of them on this team. I'm not sure how many of them I actually want to bring back, though. That's something I'll definitely have to consider now, and leading up to the offseason live stream, have to do a little more looking and try and decide on some of these people, because people like Matt Breida, Devon Godchow, I think we can find similar replacements who maybe won't cost us as much money, but it's just a hard decision to have to make. Devontae Parker is a Pro Bowler as we go through all of these. Devin Asiasi is a rookie Pro Bowler for the Patriots. No one on the offensive line. A little surprised that Agba or Christian Wilkins didn't make it, but then we move forward and we see that Kyle Van Noy made it as the left outside linebacker, and Jerome Baker was one of the middle linebackers, which was great to see. Byron Jones doesn't make it, so those are all of our Pro Bowlers this year. The NFL MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes, retaking it from Lamar Jackson, who finishes second. Coach of the year is the Patriots coach. Who knows who that could possibly be? The offensive player of the year, though, for the AFC is Patrick Mahomes. Defensive is Myles Jack, with Jerome Baker finishing 7th. I do wonder if we were a little bit better of a team if he would have finished higher. Tua is 7th in the Rookie of the Year voting, and then Igbenogany is 8th in Defensive Rookie of the Year. Myles Gaskin does make an appearance as the 9th best running back in the AFC. I think you could maybe make a case he should be a little bit higher. I think you could definitely make a case that Devontae Parker should be higher than 5th in the AFC. And then no one along the defensive line, and Jerome Baker finishes 7th in best linebacker, another questionable one in my opinion, and then Byron Jones is 10th. But the Super Bowl will be the Baltimore Ravens against the New Orleans Saints, as Lamar Jackson and the Ravens break through and get there, and Drew Brees makes his return. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode as the final one of Season 1. The next episode will be the off-season live stream, and that'll be Saturday. I would assume probably 12 or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll definitely send out a notification early on in the morning to let everyone know when that'll be starting. But I'm very excited to see what type of players we can add to the season through free agency, through the draft, and what this team will look like heading into Season 2. Comment down below, what do you feel like is our biggest needs that we need to target in the offseason, and if it's something that you think we should target in the draft or in free agency. But I will see you for the offseason live stream. Have a great rest of your day.